Hello guys, welcome to my another video. In this video, we're gonna learn how to create the perfume bottle for you who is new to the blender. We're gonna do modeling, texturing, create label, and set up the HDRI. Okay, let's start. First thing to do, let's googling for some image reference. I'm gonna use this one. I'm just gonna screenshot this picture. Then back to our blender, go to the front view, press Shift A, image reference, found your image reference, adjust the position, then click here, object data property, opacity here, enable it, and change the opacity to 0.5. Press GZ, move your image reference, put it somewhere here, then go to the right view, press GY, move your image reference back here. Okay, then press Shift A, mesh, add a cylinder, tap to the edit mode, press GZ, move it on the Z-axis, press 1, just like this. Then as to scale it, press Shift Z to scale it without the Z-axis. Scale it like this, then select all of these vertices. Press E to extrude on the Z-axis, put it somewhere here, S to scale it down, E to extrude again, put it here, S to scale it down. Then press E again, extrude it like this. Then we can select all the bottom here. You can click and drag like this, or just press Alt and click like this. We can press Ctrl B to bevel, like this, and use your scroll wheel on your mouse to increase and reduce the bevel here, just like this. Then go to the modifier here, add a modifier, generate, add a subdivision surface, increase the level here. Let's back to the object mode by pressing tab. We need to do some adjustment. Back here, press Alt and click at these vertices, press S to scale it, Shift Z, scale it without the Z-axis, like this. Then press Ctrl R, we need another loop cut here. Okay, go to the top view, press 3 on your keyboard, it's a shortcut to the face mode. Select this face, press X, delete the face. Then add another modifier, generate, solidify. Click and put your solidify up here. Let's back to the object mode so we can see the thickness more clearly. Then we can apply this modifier, the solidify. Click here and apply. Tap to the edit mode. Press 2 on your keyboard. It's a shortcut to change it to the edge mode here. Select this edge. At the top here, press Shift and Alt. Select this edge again. Just like this, then press Ctrl B, bevel it like this. The next thing to do, we need to select all of the face inside the bottle, just like this. Let me show you some way how to do it. Make sure you are on the X-ray view. We can click this face, this one. Okay, then we can go to the select more or less here. We can click more, then repeat just like this. But if you don't have a numpad just like me here, you can do the same way like I'm used before, but you can go to the edit, preference, emulate numpad here, enable it, and save your preference. We can close this window. Then when we select this face, we can press Ctrl and plus, just like this. Then we can press GZ, put it up here. As you can see here, our image reference have kind of curve. We need to select this face, this one. Then we can press I to insert just a little bit like this, then press Shift R. It will repeat the process we do before. Just like this. Then go to the front view, click over here, professional editing, then change here to sphere. We can press G, Z to move it down like this. Then you can use scroll wheel on your mouse to increase and reduce the effect like this. Okay. Let's create something like this. Then select more. Just like this. Let's disable this one. Press GZ, then move it up. Select this face down here. Let's press I to insert again. Like this. Go to the front view. Press GZ, move it up. Somewhere around here. Then press Ctrl B to bevel it. Increase the segment. Just something like this. We can do bevel also on this edge. Change it to the edge mode here. Alt and click like this. We can press Ctrl B, bevel it just a little bit. Okay, press Alt Z to see the result. It looks much better. Then we can tap, right click, shade smooth. Next thing to do, we're gonna create the liquid inside. How to do it? Press Shift D, duplicate this object. Then let's hide one of it, so it will only show one object here. Let's step to the edit mode. Alt Z. We only need the inside part. What I'm gonna do is just go to the top view here. Then select this edge. Then press X, delete the vertices. It will make it separate the outside and the inside part. Just select the outside part here. Press Ctrl L. X, delete the vertices. Now we only have the inside part. Select all of this edge. You can press E extrude as to scale it down like this. Press F to fill. Then over here, this edge, we can press Ctrl B and bevel it. Let's go to the object mode. Then press Alt H to bring back the height object. We need to adjust it a little bit here. Press GZ, move it down like this. The next part, we're gonna create some kind of label. It's only optional. Just select this object, tap to the edit mode, add the face mode here, press Alt and click like this. It will automatically select all of this face. We can Shift D, duplicate this one, then P, separate them to become another object. Click selection here. Back to the object mode. Now we have this one. Let's name this one label, and this one bottle. This one here, name it liquid. Then press Shift A, mesh, add a cylinder. Let's create the cups. Press GZ, put it up here, tap to the edit mode, S to scale it down like this. Okay, then just follow our image reference. Select all of this edge, GZ, put it up here. Select down here, GZ, put it down here. Select all of this, press Ctrl B, add a bevel, just a little bit like this. Down here, change to the face mode. Select this face, X, delete the face. We can add a modifier, solidify, then subdivision surface. Make it level 2 here. Let's see the result on the object mode. Alt Z. As you can see here, the cup didn't looks pretty good. We need to add more loop support here. Tap to the edit mode, press Ctrl R, put loop cut here, and move it down like this. Okay, next thing to do, we're gonna create the pipe here. Press Shift A, curve, ada Bezier curve. This one. Then at the front view, press RX 90 degree. Then press R again, rotate minus 90 degree. Press GZ, move it up here. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Then go over here, object data property. You can see the geometry here, click expand like this. At the bevel here, round, we can increase the dip here. Okay, just like this. Another little bit detail we need to add, this one. Let's press Shift A, mesh, add another cylinder, move it up here, tap to the edit mode, S to scale it down, just like this. Select this edge, GZ, put it up here, way up here, down here, maybe something around here. Then press I to insert a little bit like this. Then press E, extrude it on the Z axis. Press tab to the object mode. Let's just select our cylinder here and our Bezier curve. Hold Ctrl and click here, just like this. So we only select these two objects. We can press slash to isolate them. Let's fix this. Press R, rotate. Like this, GX. Put it here. Okay, just like this. Press slash again. Okay, we are done with the modeling here. Go to the shading tab here. Select your bottle here. New material. Name this one glass 1. We can just reduce the roughness here. Let's make it 0.01. Then transmission here, let's make it 1. We cannot see the inside of our glass part here. It's because we use the EV render engine. Let's change here to cycle. Then let's move viewport shading here to the render preview. Then click like this. Let's disable the scene light and the scene warp. We have this. My glass material here looks a little bit kind of weird. Let's select the liquid inside. Let's press S to scale it without the Z-axis by pressing Shift Z. Scale it up a little bit. Let's go back to the material preview here. As you can see, our glass here, it's too perfect. It doesn't look like in real life. We're gonna make it a little bit more realistic. Press Shift A, search for noise texture, put it here, then press Ctrl T. But if you can do this, let me undo this first. You can go to the edit, preference, other add-ons here. You can type here at the search, you can type not wrangle, enable this not wrangle, then save your preference. We can close this one, select your noise texture here, then press Ctrl T. It will automatically add a texture coordinate and a mapping node. We can preview the noise texture by pressing Shift, Ctrl and click at our noise texture. It will show up like this. I'm gonna change object here to the vector, like this one. Then scale here, I'm gonna change it to 1. Press Shift A, search for color ramp. Let's put it here. I'm gonna create the roughness here, so not all of the part of the glass have a good reflection. Then we can adjust here. maybe something like this. Okay, let's hide our image reference. Then we can connect color here to the roughness. Then press Shift Ctrl, click at our principal BSDF. I hope can you see the difference. It have a blurry here and over here. We can increase the effect or reduce it with our color ramp here. Don't overdo it, just a little bit. Then let's add some kind of dust. Shift D, duplicate this noise texture, put it down here, connect vector to vector here. Then add another color ramp, put it here, connect vector to vector here. We can Shift Ctrl, click at our color ramp. To see the effect here, I'm gonna increase the scale here to 100. Then we're gonna reduce this one, so it will have a kind of white dots. Then press Shift A, search for bump node, put it here, and change normal to high. And normal here, connect to normal. Then we can press Shift Ctrl at our principal BSDF. Okay, we can reduce the strength here or the distance. Let's make it 0.1 or 0.01 and change the IOR here by 1.45, I guess. Let's hide our bottle and select our liquid here, new material, name it liquid. We're just gonna do simple liquid here, 0.01, IOR here, I guess is 1.3, transmission, make it 1, and we can change the color here, maybe something like this. Select your Bezier circle here, new material, transmission here, we need to increase the transmission. It's hard to see here. You can press slash on your keyboard so we can focus on this object only. Increase transmission by 1. And the roughness here, just like this. I don't want it to look shiny here. Then press slash again. And for this part, let's just use the same material like our Bezier circle, this one. Name this one is material 003. Select this object, click here, and I'm gonna choose the material 003. Now it have the same material. At the top here, the caps, new material. Let's change the color a little bit gray. Let's run down the roughness a little bit. That's all. Don't forget to save your project. And for the label here, we can create new material. At your principal BSDF, we can press Ctrl T. It will automatically add the image texture, mapping, and texture coordinate. Let's create the label. I'm just gonna use the simple label. Just go to the canva.com, then at the template here, you can type labels product. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one, then customize this template. And that's all. I'm not gonna teach you how to design a label because I don't know either. Let's download it. Then back to our Blender, image texture here, click open, find your label, click here. Over here you can change here to UV editor. Let me expand it. Then tap to the edit mode, press A to select everything. Add your label here. Now we can see this. Press S to scale. Just adjust it a little bit. Like this. Okay. But as you can see my label here, it doesn't look pretty good. I'm just gonna change here. Repeat to extend. Then we can add a little bit roughness. Then back to layout, press Shift A, add a camera, go to the right view, put it back here, change it to camera view. I'm gonna change the resolution here 1440 and 200. I guess something like this. Then move your cursor to the edge like this edge or this edge. Any edge you can click and drag like this. Then over here click and drag like this also. This is how I set up my workspace. Over here change it to shader editor. You can press T here so we can see it clearly. Then move here, let's disable the gizmo and the overlay here. Then viewport shading, change it to render preview. We can press Shift A, mesh, add a plan, S to scale it up. Let's step to the edit mode, change it to the edge mode, select this edge, press E, Z. Just put it like this. Now we're done, set up the background. I'm not gonna do lining setup here, we're just gonna do some HDRI, shader editor tab here, object here, change to the world. As you can see we have a background here. We can press Ctrl T. Then suddenly the light become purple because we have no data here at the environment texture. We're just gonna download the HDRI on the polyheaven here. Click here, Asset, HDRI, then just type here Studio. There's a lot of HDRI. You can choose anything you want. I'm gonna download this one, Studio small one. Just click here and download. After you download it, back to our Blender, environment texture here, click open and find your HDRI. And here, it's kinda cool I guess. Then we're gonna do render it. My render setup here, render engine is cycle. I'm only using CPU because I don't have a graphic card, but if you have a graphic card, it's much more better. You can change here to GPU compute. Then down here at the render, I'm gonna use here just like 0.1. And next sample here, I'm only using 30. The highest the threshold here, it's make it much more detailed, but I'm just gonna do this for practicing, not for the client, so I'm just gonna use something like this. The last thing I guess, color management here. You can change here the look here, high contrast. Okay, then don't forget to save your project. Then let's render it. And that's it guys. Don't forget to comment, leave a like, and share this video to support this channel. And thank you for watching.